Here's a good question about transformations. So I have to take a look at the normal function is y equals f of x. That's this one. So they want to transform it according to this and to something else down below. So like maybe they flip it over, something like that. Or maybe, let's not do that, but maybe they make it taller, and maybe they move it over a little bit. So we want to figure out all of that. Now, according to our rules um, or our guidelines, we have this, where we have a and then f of, b, x minus c plus d. And so if I can determine what a and d are, that tells me what y movements happen. So this, if I have an a value, you multiply all the y values by a. So take a y value, multiply it by a. If you have a d value, you take your y values and you add whatever d is. If I can identify the b and the c, same kind of thing, but it's opposite to what you'd think. So these, we affect x values. So for the first one, I'll take all my x values and divide by whatever b is. And c, I'll take whatever my x value is, and I'll either add or subtract c. Okay, so let's identify what we have for a and c. Okay, so it looks like a is -2, and there's no b value, or b is 1, so that's no change. But the c value is a +1, and remember it's opposite what you think. And this is our d value, so this is c. So what I can do is this a tells me I need to reflect the graph on the x-axis and stretch everything vertically by a factor of 2. This tells me I need to go right by 1, and this one tells me I need to go up by 3. So I need to do that for each one of the points. And so this is how I would do it. I'd plot I'd just indicate my first point. So my first point is -4, 0. Then the order that you do things in are the B thing first, then C, then A, then D. So I'm going to transform this point with all of those things. Now, maybe I should have, let me put this down a little bit lower. B, there's no change in this one, so I don't have to do anything for B. C, I need to move right 1. A, I need to take all the y values and multiply them by a -2. And then D, I need to take all the y values and add to them 3. Okay, so let's start our first point. -4, 0. Nothing happens with B, so it stays at -4, 0. But C, it moves right 1. So if it moves right 1, it would be at -3, 0. Okay, and then I have to take the y value, and you always do the one just before there. So there's y value times it by -2. Well, 0 times anything is still 0. So this point, again, won't change. But then the last point, I have to take all the y values and add 3 to it. So 0 plus 3 is 3. So my x value doesn't change, but my y value goes up by 3. So this point here is the transform point of this one. So -3 and 3, that point right there. So that point there becomes that point. Let's do another point, like this one right there. -3 and 2 is the point. So B, nothing happens. I have to move right by 1, so if I'm at -3, if I move right 1, it'd be -2, 2. Notice I don't change the y value, I'm just changing the x. Now, though, with A and D, I have to change the y value. So the x value doesn't change, it'll be at -2 from right there. And then I have to take the x value doesn't change. And then I have to take this y value and times it by -2. 2 times -2 is -4. And then, again, my x value doesn't change, but I'd have to take the -4 and add 3 to it. So if I minus 4 and add 3, that'll put me up to negative 1. So this point here, negative 2, negative 1, will be this point. No. Sorry. It'll be this point down there. I should have followed my color. Okay, let's try one more point. Let's do that one right there. So its point is minus 2 and 2. B, there's no change. C, I have to move right 1, so that would put me in minus 1 and 2. Multiply y by a negative 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So this would be negative 4. And notice the x value doesn't change from here. And then again, the x value won't change, but I have to take the negative 4, add 3 to it, so that'll be negative 1. So negative 1 and, hold it, yeah, negative 1 and negative 1, that point right there. So that one gets transformed to that. And I can start now getting a picture of what this thing is looking like. Notice that it's flipped upside down. And hopefully you notice also that it's stretched a bit. And it's also been moved up 3. I can't really tell the up 3. I'll do the other 3 points as well. I'll just do them quickly. Maybe pause and see if you can do the last 3. And then press play and see if you can get them. Okay, 0, 0. Nothing changes here. Move right 1. Multiply y by a negative 2. Stays at 0. Move up 3. 1 and 3. Right there. Okay, so that goes up to there. Next point is 3 and negative 1. Nothing happens with B. But with C, it moves right 1. So it's at 3, it'll go up to 4. Then 4 stays. Negative 1 times negative 2 is a positive 2. And then, so this would be positive 2. And then move that up 3, so 2 plus 3 is 5. So 4 and 5. Right about there. And then the last point, don't have another color for that. Let's pick this color, orangish. So my last point is 4 and 0. Nothing happens with B. Move right 1, so it'll be 5 and 0. Multiply 0 by negative 2, won't change it at all. And then add 3 to the y value. 0 plus 3 is 3. So my last point is 5 and 3, right there. There. So if I erase all that arrows that I had drawn, there we go. Okay, so that's my new graph. And notice it's flipped over. It looks like it's stretched a bit. And it also, a little bit I could say has moved up 3 as well. Hopefully that helps you with that question.